Hush. Good afternoon, evening, everyone. This is the BumCast. I'm your host, HBIC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, the Southside bum, and Dougie Fresh. And woo, happy Monday, guys. We're ready to rock today.
Yes, we are.
Let's fucking go.
Jam-packed show.
All right, Peter, you teased it. We got announcements, right? We're gonna just go in hot. So, we've been kind of percolating this. We got a couple big announcements. First one. We've been percolating on this for a little bit, right? We want to make the show a little more fun, a little more off the walls. So we're like, how could we, make our super chats more engaging, more entertaining? So Peter, pull up the flyer here. We have our interactive super chats. So we got seven options for you guys to choose from. 99 cents. Get a shout out. $1.99, we'll cheers you. $4.99 Q&A. Ask a bum. You put $4.99. You say, "Hey, Baloney, I got a question for you. Dougie, I got a question for you." They got to answer it. They got to answer it truthfully. So, ask a bum. Q&A. For $9.99, you get a 5-minute HBIC rant on any topic of your choice.
I'm excited for that, dude. I'm so excited. That's probably my most excited thing. I can't wait.
$19.99. You get to choose a topic of your choice for the bum to talk about. That could be very worrisome, I guess you could say. And finally, for $49.99, you can join the podcast for the entire show, whether it's you want to hop in now or you want to
bank it for another show.
Yeah, bank it for another show.
And these are going to change. We kind of thought about this off the wall. We want the comments to be interactive with them. If you think of a better idea for these, we'll change them on the fly. But we want to keep it we want to make this. The comments have been awesome. The comments have been awesome for a good part of the BumCast history. But we want to keep it going. And we thought, why don't we make things a little weird? So let's get weird.
Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Senior Sock says, "Is Joey P trapped in Ford City?" He might be, because that was a ghost town from his pictures.
Scary.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him. Yeah, it looked like he was trapped in there. Like it was. So is it no longer active? I haven't known anything about Fort City in a long time.
I haven't been to Fort City since Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze. I think that's the last time I went to go see a movie there. I really haven't. I lied. I may have gotten some Jordans in high school at Fort City, but it's been a long time. But it was sad. That slideshow, that tweet, that thread, that
a lot of memories
going. A lot of memories, a lot of Rob's garage and the underground. Everything's closed. Yeah, whatever. It was all closed. It's all dead. It's sad. R.I.P. Fort City.
Just the fact that the whole food court was everything was shut down. Nothing in the vending machines. That food court was always popping back in the day, man. They had the Sam Goody and the Suncoast, and man,
I remember they used to have a comic book shop in there too, right?
Yeah,
I think it was on the lower level. They had a comic book shop, and
that lower level was the cool spot. They had a skate shop there one time, and then they had the comics book store. That was also the place where you could get airbrushed shirts. So all the cholos and cholas would get their airbrushed boyfriend and girlfriend shirts. Maybe bring those back for the tailgate.
Hey,
all right, we got a quick super chat.
Good idea.
Oh, okay. You click. Look at Lucky Spag says, "Salute, fellas.
Cheers.
Cheers."
Jason.
Yes.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I mean, Spags is saluting. You're the one that celebrates every goddamn holiday known to man. You probably have a calendar of today is national this.
It's right there. It's right behind me.
You went to go get chili on National Chili Night the other day.
Yeah.
Today is literally National Bottle and Bond. The Bottle and Bond Act was ratified today.
Fuck.
It's National Bottle and Bond Whiskey Day.
Wow.
That's why I got.
All right, I might have to.
Where's that in your calendar, mofo?
I don't think they celebrate alcoholic. They do have like National Bourbon Day, but I'll have to see what day it is. I actually have bottled and bond in my decanter in my dining room, so I'll have to go grab some when we get a little break here.
Or if we get a couple more super chats, we'll cheers with some bottled and bond with.
Yes. All right. We have another announcement, another big, huge announcement. Peter also said he's going to start the show. Whiskey at Comiskey, opening day. We got a brand new sponsor. It is Ramova Brewery. The other side.
Other half.
The Ramova. Other half. Sorry. Other half. Other side. I'm sorry. Other half brewing. From Ramova. They are providing the beer for Whiskey at Comiskey for the year. So opening day, we're gonna have Bubba's whiskey. We're gonna have Ramova beers. It's gonna be a great time. So we want to thank the guys at Ramova, Chris and all the team over there, Tyler. Yep. For just working out a deal and getting the beer for us. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So we've said for a long time, one of the biggest goals for the tailgate is not only the whiskey sponsorship, because that goes a long way. And, we've had a really good relationship with Makers and Michters and everyone else that's done. Green River has done one. But realistically, a tailgate is a perfect opportunity to shine a light on a couple 2-3 beers. So Ramova Brewery said that they'll provide some beers, and it's going to be a variety of what they have on their tap room. They just started canning beers. And it's going to be awesome. We've been to the Ramova. We did our live show there, our watch party there, and those beers were flowing that night. So I'm excited about it, So hopefully you guys come out, RSVP, and you'll get to try a couple. And from what I believe, they're going to rotate throughout the tailgates, So
yeah.
What we bring to opening day might change for March or for May and June and everything. But we're excited to have a beer sponsor. It's been a long time coming. So thank you to the Ramova.
Yes.
Hey, can you highlight Sam's comment?
Will
yes.
We have what?
There will absolutely be water as soon as the ice melts.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. We do have non-alcoholic options available. Last year, credit to Gordo. Gordo's like, hey man, would you mind bringing a couple of Dr. Peppers? And I'm like, you know what, I will. So we do have a pop cooler and some waters for people that don't drink. There's something for everybody there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we'll have the food announcement closer to the tailgate, but we got the most important things right locked down. We got the whiskey and the beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Food we'll have. There will be food. Don't worry about that. But we got the important things locked down. So thank you to everyone who already RSVP'd. We have over 100 RSVPs for opening day already. Can you believe that? We're 25 days away, 24 days away, and we already got over 100 people showing up. So this is going to be, I always say it's going to be a shit show.
That's every
definitely is.
Yep.
A responsible shit show.
Responsible shit show.
Drink responsibly.
Yes. Dougie, welcome back. You were in Vegas for the weekend. So how was the trip?
It was awesome. It was nice getting away and everything like that. It was a little bit of a different Vegas trip than we're normally used to. We brought the kiddos with. So all the debauchery didn't happen until after they fell asleep. So it was a little different, but was able to head out to the Hawks game on Thursday, which started off really shitty. They were getting trounced 5-1 in the first. But they made a game of it. They came back. A little spoiler alert, I have the Golden Knights as one of my MVPs, and I'll tell you more about that later. One thing I will tell you, T-Mobile Arena, kind of
really?
garbage.
That good, huh? Was it like Indianapolis?
Well, in a different way. So A1, the seats are very cheap. There's no cup holders. So that's 2 strikes already.
What is with these stadiums with no cup holders?
Here's the worst part, I've got to say. So we were sitting in the upper deck, row B. We were sitting in row 2. Okay. It's one of those stadiums where you enter from the top and have to walk down to your seats. Total garbage. absolute garbage. So I had to walk all the way down to row B. Anytime I wanted a beer or anything else, kids had to take a leak. I had to go all the way up 30-something rows to get up to the concourse. That's terrible. You know, like that's absolutely terrible. I'm assuming that they do this for skybox reasons. I'm not really sure, but they made the concourse all the way up top, not down below. I'm surprised nobody's talked about this, especially with like UFC. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a UFC event.
We have at the United Center.
People there get very drunk. They get very drunk. And how nobody has complained about that is beyond me. So I don't think it would be a great mystery hand.
That's nice. That's nice service over there.
It's just kind of a terrible layout. Really disappointing for a newer stadium. Hopefully that isn't a trend that they're going with. But yeah, that's pretty much that. But I got to check out the Hoover Dam. Asked a lot of damn questions.
Dad joke. Well done.
But,
yeah, I've been to the Hoover Dam. I thought it was pretty damn cool. Like
it is.
I'm not much for like, you know, we got to go see Mount Rushmore or like, you know, any type of like, I have no interest in seeing the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. But we drove through the Hoover Dam and stopped because we were driving through from Vegas to spring training. That thing was pretty damn impressive. I was like, holy shit, this thing is legit.
It is. And so like they go through this whole tour and everything like that. And they're telling you kind of about like accidents that happen and everything like that. Maddie Fresh, of course, got to raise her hand. The whole group of people, she just goes, how many bodies are buried in the concrete?
Ooh, that's a good question.
But it is, yeah, that is a good question.
Ooh, and, Vegas mob.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So,
did you guys go to the mob museum first? She's like, she got some ideas.
Yeah, how about it, right? But no, it was a really cool tour, and yeah, it was a funner side, different side of Vegas that I wasn't so used to, but it was fun. It was awesome.
So that was going to be my question to you, because you've been to Vegas a bunch of times, and we talk about it afterwards. And Julie and I like to go to Vegas every so often, whenever, you know, the Steelers play the Raiders or just random things. But we've never taken the kids. We've never taken the kids, and I know it. I mean, obviously, I saw that you took the kids. Was this your first time with the kids in Vegas? Because I feel like that's like that feels like a different animal. And like now our kids are of age to where we're gonna have to start taking them to most of our vacations. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I don't know. I might keep Vegas as a mom and dad only type of situation. But it looked like you had a lot of fun, so maybe it was worth it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and actually, it probably helped me because I was so cold this trip. It was unbelievable, dude. There wasn't a single thing that I could touch that was winning me any type of money. You know, I know you're gonna, you know, tell me that I shouldn't, but I had a parlay that got busted. It got busted in the worst way possible.
Happens.
I hit every single thing on the parlay. The only thing I didn't hit was Mrazek getting 24 saves because he got pulled after the first. What a kick in the dick. You know, like here he gives up like, I couldn't tell you how many shots in the first. I'm like, that's a shoe in. That's a shoe in. I even took the plus. I did 7.5 for my over under. I took the over, and it didn't work out.
So Dougie, question: you had White Sox season tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Bad. Hawks tickets, bad. You got Wolves. You go to Vegas, they lose. Have you thought about maybe not going to games?
If you want me,
that's a great question.
If people want to start paying me to go to their team's opposition, I will. You know, just wait.
Good idea.
Just wait. I'm gonna start.
Can you get some Packers? Can you get the Packers like, you know,
season tickets?
The stock, the stock, yeah,
right.
Minority owner of the Packers, Dougie Fresh.
Yeah, you know, I have made the decision that I'm gonna hit a couple Fire games this year. So get ready for that fuckery. I'm gonna ruin that team if it's not ruined already.
Nah, it's already ruined.
Yeah,
yeah, but maybe just don't go to games. You know, maybe we want to win some. You know,
let's see what happens.
Yeah,
we should keep a running tally. And I'm not gonna lie, Our hermano Joey P, he goes the most games out of all of us. And I feel like they lose every game Joey P's at. We should have, Jason, you're our Excel guy. We should have a running tally of like all the games the bums go to.
I like
who's
that.
the luckiest and who's the unluckiest. And maybe at the end of the year, like there's an award or something. Because I feel like we're all losers, but some of us are maybe a little less than others.
Because I had to get in for the Hawk season tickets for next year, so I had to buy 5 games. So my first game of the year is Friday.
Yeah,
Dougie, I think you have to send me your schedule and the win. I can look up the win-loss record.
Okay.
I'm gonna start. This is a great idea, Peter. We need like a running 2025 tally.
Yeah, start it in January. Not the beginning of the season, but just 2025. And then whenever like there's Sox games that I go to that you guys don't go to, and like let's just keep a running tally of who the biggest loser. That's what it is.
So what's going to be our minimum qualifier? Because obviously you have to go to at least a certain amount of games. What do you think? Like 10?
Yes, I think we'll all beat at least.
I think we all go to 10 games between Hawks and Bears and
Sox.
Everything else. For sure, at least 10 games.
Okay. All right. So 10's a qualifier. Okay.
But I would even.
You know what? That's a great idea, Rob. We got to tweet out when we're going to the games so you know when to bet the opposite.
Going to the Hawks game on Wednesday. So,
well, you gotta see how our records go. So then you'll know, like, all right, it's a shoe-in if like Jason goes or Dougie.
So that's the thing. Like, if I bring winners, and now I tied myself to Dougie and Joey with their season tickets for next year, I might have to switch the plan to the opposite plan. I don't want that stink on me, man. I don't want the losers bringing my record down. I might have to switch the plan now.
Dude, I will.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I will tell you, this year is already better than last. I believe last year, me and Joey saw like 2 wins out of half a season.
Yeah, I believe it.
It was.
I believe it. Yeah. And I want to include. We're gonna include all of us in all games too. So Aaron going to all the Sky games that she goes to, and like if I go to a couple Fire games, we're gonna include all of those.
Dude, I've got 4 hockey games this week. I've got Wednesday, Friday with the Hawks, Saturday, Sunday with the Wolves.
You better shove a horseshoe up your ass or something. Figure something out.
Wait, are we counting these Wolf games too?
Yeah, because he keeps on bringing losers for Wolves games too.
Oh, it's gonna bring the
Dude, I'm bringing
down.
my family. I don't bring losers.
I'm gonna start going to like Sandberg basketball games just to get a couple wins in.
Dude, you're gonna start looking at high school stores mid game just so you can say you were there.
Yeah, Mount Carmel season ticket holder right
here. Why is this showing up in the third?
All right. One more quick announcement before we get really rolling here, guys. Thanks. Thanks to everyone who's bought our Whiskey at Comiskey hat, the new white color. It's on pre-sale until March 15th. So if you want, you can sell us $25 to chicagosportsbums@gmail.com, and you'll be on the list for pickup only on March 27th at the opening day tailgate. We also, if you don't want to Zelle, because some people don't have Zelle, shockingly, right? You can also buy it on our website as well. So it's a little more expensive because of credit card transactions, but it's an option. After the 27th, we will be shipping those out. So there will be, right now you buy it, there's no shipping fee, pickup only. After 27th, go anywhere you want. So thanks to everyone who's already bought the pre-sale on that. We appreciate you guys. Can't wait to be rocking those things opening day.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's get some headlines, guys.
All right, let's do it. First one is a big one. I'm going to let Dougie kind of run wild with it because it was a long time coming. Mm-hmm. I, as the casual hockey guy, I thought this wasn't going to happen. I thought there was no way a team was going to be even interested in Seth Jones. But the fact that the Hawks were able to trade him, get him off the book. I mean, not technically off the books because they're paying him $2.5 million for the next 5 years, but you get Spencer Knight and a first-round draft pick. Crazy return for someone that I thought was like persona non grata.
I am absolutely still floored at how this deal got done. And the elements that are just keep coming out about this whole deal and everything like that. how Kyle Davison pulled the trigger on this is absolutely stunning to me. I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but Seth Jones had a no trade clause. So he had right of refusal to teams. Well, I guess when this whole, coming out in the media, talking kind of bad about the team and everything like that, it really brought down his credibility in the locker room, as you could expect. And then I guess his agent got involved. There was some closed door meetings and everything like that. And basically his agent was like, we're only going to waive the no trade clause for 2 teams. So Kyle Davison only had 2 teams that he could make trades with on this. One of them being the Dallas Stars, because that's where he lives, like in the offseason. Dallas Stars wanted nothing to do with him. So now he's down to 1 team, and that's the Florida Panthers. The only other team that he would go to is the Florida Panthers. So now how the Florida Panthers don't know this is beyond me. Okay? How he makes the deal that he made up against the wall, knowing that he has to move this guy for something. He has to get him out of the locker room. You can't keep him, but yet he makes this deal. The deal of honestly, I don't want to say century, but a phenomenal deal. Getting a first-round pick, whether it be, this coming year or the next. And then a great goalie who's basically, he was stuck in backup hell because they have the best goalie in the league. Yeah, they have literally the best goalie in the league, and it just worked out so amazing. He has had some like off the ice issues with OCD and stuff like that he actually went to the league and got help over and everything like that. I can't find anything bad about this. And it's like, you go and look at everything or all these like comments and stuff. Everybody thinks that they got fleeced. Even Panthers fans are like, why did we make this deal? Like, I don't understand what everybody is seeing with Seth Jones that I'm not seeing. I'm angry that he wasn't traded before the Vegas game. That dude was on the ice for almost every single one of those goals that night. I just like it. It amazes me. I don't know Kyle Davison, if he's got witchcraft or he's got voodoo dolls or something. He's got something on the league, because to pull that off is unfucking real.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He needed this move
because
totally. I feel like he was on the hot seat. People were getting pissed off. You already let the coach go, and you're waiting for this rebuild to finally kick off and kind of get going. And the team looked bad, and I feel like this just brings a little bit of new life into just like the vibes, everything about it. Because like you mentioned, Spencer Knight was a highly coveted goalie coming out of college or coming into the NHL. And obviously the stuff off the ice is bad, but also like when you're behind Bobrovsky, you're just not going to get as much time as you were expecting. It seems like he's going to be the goalie of the future. Everyone's calling him the goalie of the future, as long as he's going to get shell-shocked in Chicago for at least this season, because he's got no defense whatsoever, and he's just going to have to eat it. He's going to have to eat it for a while, but then, into the offseason, and you got people coming up. This feels like, holy cow. Like, I'm not saying it's similar to Caleb Williams, because Caleb Williams is generational and it's 1-1, but it's a jolt to the system that the Blackhawks organization and the Blackhawks fans needed. Because, dude, we're in a group chat. I text Joey. I text you. Like, I'm casual as they come, but I'm watching the games, and I'm like, Seth Jones is killing this team just because it's like he was slow. I don't want to say lazy, because lazy is not the right word, but he seemed checked out. That's what it was. It was more checked out than anything. And that's infectious. When you're supposed to be one of the veterans, one of the leaders, and you're checked out like that, how is that going to translate to the younger guys on the ice? So this is a win, like, through and through. The only thing that you mentioned is, like, I don't see a negative to this. And the only negative I would ask is, like, when the Blackhawks are contenders and you're really looking for that one extra piece, like the Marian Hossa trade of years past or something like that, is that $2.5 million? Because $2.5 million in hockey is a lot different than $2.5 million in baseball or in NBA or in the NFL. That's a lot of money.
It is.
Is that going to hinder somebody Granted, now this is me pie in the sky when they're contenders in 4 years.
It could, but also, I think a lot of the times too, when you get these veterans or whatever, that especially guys that don't have a ring, like Hossa didn't at that time, when they're chasing that thing, I mean, the NHL is a different beast from like other sports. Guys will take big discounts to be on a team that wins, just because they know that their time is limited. They know that there's young guys coming up. They know that their spots aren't going to be there that long, and they've only got like a crack or two more at this thing. So, you know what? I've made my money. Now it's time to, get the hardware. And once they start getting into that mindset, you see a lot of guys making, decent contracts still, but not crazy amounts of money because they want that ring. For me, this trade, as far as sparks go or whatever, this reminded me a lot of like a Patrick Sharp trade. Patrick Sharp, like when they traded the Phillies for him, not the Phillies, the Flyers. Yeah, the Flyers. When they traded the Flyers,
scumbag though.
Yeah, right. Same scumbag. When they traded for him or whatever, that was like kind of like a spark, and it kind of got everything going. And I do think a goaltender is what this team needs. Just got to get some defense in front of them, and we got defense coming up. So you did two things. You made room for, some hungry young guys, and that's what I want to see Kyle Davidson do like this last like couple of months here, is just start having guys come up, getting them hungry, sending them right back down. No matter how good they do, get them up, send them down. You get them thirsty, you get a dog hungry enough, they'll eat anything.
They call that edging, Dougie.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello. He's starting tonight, right? I was getting ready for the show. I didn't get to see. I know he's starting.
I saw he was on the net. Yeah.
And we're gonna need updates from Joey P or somebody in the comments.
End of the first 1-1.
All right.
Okay.
Next headline here. This is a big one, guys. It finally happened.
Yeah.
We've been waiting 25 years for this.
John Cena finally turned heel this Sunday at Elimination Chamber. I feel like this was like a big Kenny Williams move because it happened a lot of years too late.
The Ken Griffey of heels.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Were you guys watching?
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
I saw that live, and that was. I mean, look, you guys know I'm a big AEW fan as well, but like that's the kind of stuff that they're missing there. Like that was pure, just classic wrestling storytelling that just made you pop. It was unexpected. It was along the lines of the Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels heel turn, the Rock Austin double heel turn at WrestleMania. Like there's like some of those classic moments where like you get like a shocking heel turn, and that's up there, man. That might be top 3 of all time.
You know what's crazy is that before any of that happened, another shocking thing that happened was the first time I ever heard the word fuck. A WWE wrestler or superstar, whatever you want to call him, say that. Like, I mean, we heard the whole thing when Christian said that to Edge. So to me, I kind of I was like, wow, I didn't even think that they were going to go there, but they did. Cody said, "Go fuck yourself" to The Rock. So I thought that was like really like it's like a new era, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it didn't really caught me off guard, but I'm just like, wow, they finally said it. The whole thing with Cena though, they try to get him to turn heel at one point in his career, like awful heel. It didn't happen. It was just not the right time. Obviously, he's going to his whole, retirement. I mean, there's no better time to do it than now. And him being the way he is, I mean, there's nothing else left for him to do than turn heel. And, who knows where this is going to go. Hopefully they do it right, because you could clearly fuck this up. I mean, they did really good on the beginning of this storyline. Now you got to run with it. Hopefully they don't fumble, because there's times where you can mess up a storyline. But I'm all for it, man. Like I feel really bad for the little kids that were crying. It was kind of like this.
I love the
It
little
was kind of like this. No, it was similar things like that happened with the whole Hulk Hogan. But I mean, I was older at that point. I was all like, fuck, this is fucking great. So like the whole thing with The Rock and John Cena, I don't know if this is going to turn into a stable. I don't know where they're going with this. But it seems like that's kind of where they're going with it. There's supposed to be another, person that's supposed to like.
There's a third man. It's
yeah.
NWO. Who's the third man?
Yeah. But I like it. I mean, it was a very shocking thing, and the fact that a whole bunch of media picked this up as well too was just how big this moment was. It's crazy.
Yeah. The best times in wrestling, and now I'm saying this as a like jaded 40-year-old that has been watching wrestling since like I was in Underoos. But when it keeps everyone guessing, it was the kids were crying, but everyone else, like us, the smart marks, no one expected this. Dude, I was sitting there texting Jason. We watched the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match, and we were texting back and forth like, what an amazing match that was. Mm-hmm. And then they had the men's elimination chamber, which was also a very good match. And me sitting on my couch, like my jaded, smart mark self, I was like, I hate that The Rock is coming on last as the main event. Like he's been doing this like for the better part of like 6 months, or even since last WrestleMania. He's just inserting himself in storylines. But obviously they saved that for the end because of the biggest heel turn in 25 years. So the fact that like no one saw it coming, even like the smartest of fans didn't see it coming until The Rock gave the cutthroat sign and he kicked them in the junk. I was like, that's when wrestling is at its best. And yeah, like you mentioned, Johnny, like it opens the door for so many possibilities, because if the rumors are true that he is only going to do this until the end of the year and you've got 10 months left, you're going to have Cena versus Cody at WrestleMania with a classic heel versus babyface thing. But everyone's expecting a heel Cena versus babyface CM Punk event sometime this summer, which might break people's brains because it's always been the opposite. But these two guys at the twilight of their careers, basically turning, roles, that's going to be awesome. And there's so many more things that this opens up. So I love it, dude. Like, I don't think I've been this excited as a wrestling fan in maybe since like AEW started and AEW really kicked off with all the signings and all the different things. But this was a long time coming. It was awesome.
Yeah, my daughter was the best, dude. Like she's sitting there and he's like, go fuck yourself, Rock. And she turns to us and she goes, so is that a no? I'm like, yeah, that's a no. That's a no. Big no. But yeah, like Yumper was saying, dude, the only thing that absolutely spoiled that whole thing was Travis Scott. Travis Scott, he's burning sage and, I don't give a fuck, and I understand what they're trying to do, like bringing, I don't know.
Is he the Dennis Rodman then of the NWO?
Yeah, that's why I didn't have a problem with it. I feel like a lot of people were pissed off that Travis Scott was there, but we don't give a fuck about Travis Scott. Us four, yeah, right. But there's a lot of people, 13 to 25 that are obsessed with Travis Scott. This is like the Dennis Rodman thing, and granted, Dennis Rodman wasn't at the first turning heel. He wasn't at the bash at the beach, but
right.
I imagine Travis Scott is gonna get his lick back from Cody Rhodes because he slapped the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Eventually, you're gonna have to get that receipt. So I do imagine, Travis Scott getting in the ring. Didn't Travis? He has gotten in the ring before.
They said that Sean Ross Sapp said that he was training for an in-ring debut soon. So yeah, he will be getting some action there.
I'll be perfectly honest. I thought Travis Scott was going to go find Drake because Drake was there at the event. And I thought it was going to be something kind of silly where he was going to go after him. Well, they didn't show him. They didn't even show Drake at all. So I that's what I was kind of like, I guess this is not going to happen.
I mean, he's dead.
Hey, Hawks.
Yeah.
Bucks are up 2-1.
All right, we got a couple more headlines here, so let's move it along here, guys. Real quick headline. We talked about the AI, the strike zone, the virtual strike zone. Well, NFL is getting rid of the chain gang, so they're going to use virtual yard placement systems now. So the refs still got to place the ball, but no more chain gang. Is this you guys for or against this?
The chain gang union's got to be pissed. You know what, dude? Is there anything more dramatic than when they're getting ready to measure a ball? Especially like you're like, oh, did he get it? Did he not get it? Like, that's exciting. I think this is gonna kill that.
I don't know how many times. How many times do you really need them?
Just then.
I mean, you see the little lines anyways when they came up with that stuff. So, I mean, I don't think, to me, I don't know if that's really a big deal. Just as long as they get it right, if they, that's like the main thing. Like, I don't care about like if there was the chain gang or whatever, just get it right. Like, because there's always times where they could fuck it up or they place the ball differently. Hopefully this thing is dead on where it's not going to mess somebody up in a game or in a certain situation.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, as long as they get things right. Obviously there's people in Buffalo saying like, why couldn't you have done this last year? Because it seemed like Josh Allen got that first down in that quarterback sneak in the playoffs. But the better part, like, you got to get away from these, all the chain gang. It feels like the chain gang is like 80-year-old retirees. Like, that's the thing. It's like, not only are they barely getting the measurements right, they could barely carry those fucking things. It's just like these old people that can't do it. Like, I'm like, give me the lasers, give me more of the VAR or laser like the digital and the sensors. Put a sensor in the ball where you know exactly where it is at every part of the field. Doesn't that make sense? You just put like
tracking.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? The government, China's tracking us all. They know exactly what we're doing. They know when you fart, Dougie. So at least let me know when I got a first down.
All right.
So are you guys been seeing in spring training that they can challenge the strike calls, and now you can see like the umps have to see like their calls in real time, how bad they are?
Oh
yeah. I mean, I kind of like wish that the chain gang was still going to be here, and baseball was kind of getting rid of the umps, but I kind of like what's going on in baseball right now, where those guys got to be like, yeah, you were this close, But again, I said you can fix baseball very easily. You don't need a virtual strike zone. Just tie their nuts to an electric zapper, and then every time they get a call wrong, you zap their nuts, and then you won't be wrong anymore.
Some of these umps will be like fried chicken at the end of the game.
Between this idea you had, and you've mentioned this one before, and then the Packers idea last week, you might have too much time on your hands, my man.
I actually kind of do now, but that's
well, no. But I'm just saying, like, your mind is going to places where I don't think even I expect this from you. I didn't expect tasers to nutsacks.
All right, I think we got one more headline, right?
Yeah. So Johnny, you wanted to mention this, but I thought this was interesting, and it I don't want to relate it. We usually get booed when we start talking soccer here, so we're gonna keep it short. But I kind of want to relate it to other sports, because the Houston Dynamo released a statement after Messi did not travel with Inter Miami, and they said that they were excited to host Inter Miami at Energy Stadium, and they did not include Messi in the lineup, and he didn't make the trip. Unfortunately, we have no control over who plays for an opponent. We look forward to hosting everyone tomorrow, and they offered complimentary tickets for those that bought tickets to see Messi for a different Houston Dynamo game. Johnny, you're shaking your head, but I thought this is really opening a can of worms, especially for like someone like the NBA, where you have load management with like Joel Embiid and everyone else, to where like if you're not playing in these games, eventually you're going to have some sort of payback. While I do think it's a soft look for the MLS at this point, because to tell you the truth, Johnny, so like when Messi came to Chicago, they filled the stadium up. Fire averages right around like 22,000. They had 63,000. So like 40,000 of those fans are going to see Messi. So if you're offering them tickets to go to a different game, that's 40,000 people that you're getting in the door to buy hot dogs and buy beer for a different game. But people were kind of pissed off that like they don't need to do this for an opposing player.
Yeah, I mean that was my whole thing. Is like, if any big, if Otani was not playing, against, if he came versus the Sox and stuff like that, they're still going to fill like the seats, or everybody's going to want to see Otani or anybody else. Same thing, like whatever sport it is. Like I just thought that it was just a little. It was a little soft to me. Like I said, there's no reason. The Inter Miami has other good players as well too, and it could be just as entertaining. I could understand because Messi is like the GOAT of soccer, but I just think that it's kind of like I mean I think the Fire was trying to do something like this as well too, right? because he was injured.
Yeah.
That was like another thing too. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do? Just go. I know it sucks that you're paying just to go see Messi, and there's a lot of people that are going to do that. They don't even like soccer that much. They just want to go see Messi play. But I mean, the whole point of it is just like it happens. Things happen like that, and it's unfortunate. Just go to the game, have fun, and it is what it is. Like it does suck, and I know there was a lot of people who were looking forward to see him play because I think this is his last year in his contract with MLS, anyways. So you don't know what he's going to do afterwards. But I just think it's a little soft to me.
Right.
I mean, personally, I think that this is the only sport that you'd be able to do that with, I mean, NBA for the most part sells out a lot of their games or sells a ton of tickets. MLB for most teams, sells a lot of tickets. And NFL for sure sells a lot of tickets. MLS is the one that's not really drawn in the fans, so they can do that. I don't think this works in any other league.
All right, they're drawing fans, Dougley.
How many?
I mean, the Fire drew more than the White Sox last year.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
What?
I mean, yeah. I'm not going to debate you on that. You win.
Let's play an ad.
Yeah, pay some bills. The original Chickies Beef and Chickies Banquet is a proud sponsor of the BumCast. Are you trying to find a venue for a meeting or party? Allow Chickies to provide you with the at-home atmosphere without all the hassles and cleanup associated with hosting at your house. Chickies provides a blank slate for you and your party planner to work with. Customized menus are available upon request. Banquet Hall is located right next to Chickies Beef on Roosevelt Road in Hillside. They can host all types of events, including birthdays, showers, and even wedding receptions. Best of all, there is no rental fee. So call Brittany to plan your next event at 630-400-2876 and tell them the Bum sent you. All right. Real quick, for those who might have joined in halfway through the show, new interactive super chats. 99 cents, get you a shout out. $1.99, you get cheers. $4.99, ask a bum anything. Anything you want, we'll answer it. Gotta be honest. $9.99, you get me for a rant of your topic of choice. $20, you get to choose a topic for the bum to talk about. And for $49.99, you can jump in and join the show now or in the future. So,
yeah, full show.
Full show. All right. We in about a few minutes we're going to be doing some AI nonsense here, but we're going to talk some Bears real quick because next Monday the NFL tampering window opens up. So we already saw on Friday, bad news. Trey Smith got franchise tagged by the Chiefs. Most likely the Bears' top free agent target. Not going to be a target anymore. So we wanted to go through and see who is the Bears going to be. Who do you guys think are going to be targeting? Who would you want them to target? So right now, this This is from NFL.com. T. Higgins, we're not getting T. Higgins because he got franchise tagged again today. So second time. Good him. Yeah. Don't need him. Trey Smith, he's off the market. So number 3 on the list, defensive tackle, Milton Williams. Are you guys in or out on Milton Williams as a target for the Bears?
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah. The middle of the sentence right there says ignore Williams. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Number 4 on the list, Ronnie Staley, offensive tackle from the Ravens. He's 31, but he's a good player.
Yeah. So the problem with that is he's 31. And if we're signing offensive tackles, I would rather them be a little bit younger. So no, I don't think there's a couple offensive linemen that are free agents coming up that I think the Bears should have all kinds of colored highlighters right over their name. I don't think Ronnie Staley is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, if he wasn't so highly ranked and sought after and probably going to pull a decent amount of money, I wouldn't have a problem grabbing a 31-year-old, knowing that maybe we draft a bunch of guys, and they could, have that veteran in the locker room, somebody to learn off of. But where he's at and what he's going to get paid, I don't see it.
Okay. Yeah, I think this would be, like Trey Smith is gone. And there's some other guys on this list that I think might be better targets. I feel like he would be like option C,
Okay.
Maybe option D on this.
Yeah. I think he'd be like, I've got people on my list. He's not on it. So he would be my 4th offensive tackle on the board.
Okay. Number 5 on the list is Zach Brown. I don't think we need a linebacker to target. That's not really high on our list. So I'm going to skip him. We're not taking Sam Darnold either. All right, defensive tackle. I mean, we need more of an edge rusher, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name.
I was going to say I was going to wonder if you're going to say his name or not.
No. But Osa Oldie Jizua.
Nailed it. You nailed it.
No.
Oh,
because I'm going number 8. I think now that Trey Smith,
get the Josh Sweat, because I want Josh Sweat so bad. Get the number 8.
Yeah, I think now that Trey Smith is off the board, I think we can maybe target Josh Sweat now. And just think of all the merchandising we could do with the sweats, sweating to the sacks, something I don't know, but you have Montez Sweat, Josh Sweat. We need the sweats.
Sweaty bones.
So Sam is saying Josh Sweat should be behind Khalil Mack for pass rush. What worries me about Khalil Mack is his age, and obviously he had a resurgence when he left the Bears. But Josh Sweat at age 28, seeing what he did in the playoffs and specifically in the Super Bowl, I think if it's not an offensive lineman that you're targeting, specifically a center that you're targeting as your number 1 free agent, I think it's Josh Sweat. I think he would be awesome in the Bears defense.
Yeah,
I agree.
All right, let me keep it rolling here. We don't need Chris Godwin. We don't need any cornerbacks. So let's keep on going down the list here. I'm going to just scroll. Number 14, Drew Dahlman. He's been
1-1.
Yeah. So you think he's the best center on the free agent board. So this should be the top target for the Bears, you guys think?
As soon as Trey Smith was out, I think Ryan Poles and the Bears had Drew Dahlman's name circled. And the fact that Atlanta is already willing to move on from him, I think they got someone that it sounds like Atlanta's not going to re-sign him. They're not going to even try to franchise or anything like that. He is going to hit the free agent market. I think that's the guy you target, because center has been an issue in Chicago for the better part of a decade, probably longer. I mean, realistically,
since Olin Kreutz.
Since Olin Kreutz, maybe Cody Whitehair had a couple decent, at least serviceable years. I mean, he wasn't the best, but he was serviceable. But even then, there was issues. I think if you shore up the center position, you've got your outside, and then you only have to either draft or find somebody for your tackles or your guards. I'm in. This is my 1-1. This is my 1-1 with a bullet, and I think like the issue with what I had with Trey Smith, Jason, and it's something that like I'm offensive linemen don't hit free agency often. That's why you get franchise or you get signed. Like it's hard to find and sign and rebuild your line through free agency. You realistically have to do it through the draft. So when you get to someone like Drew Dahlman that would shore up the center position, and then you're able to patchwork or draft the other positions, you have to go after him. So yeah, he's my number one.
Yeah. I will say that, the scouting reports say that he's better in run blocking than he is in pass protection. But I think if you need a good center, right? We saw how bad like the center position's been for years. But I think if you can shore up, the tackles like in the guards, you'll be fine. Like you don't have to have like a strong, like pass blocking center. As long as you got the, the guards and tackles on the anchors, you're good. So I'm okay with. I think he should be the number one guy, like you said, Peter. Now,
and another reason why I think you have to focus on him is because the guy you're trying to move out of, Coleman Shelton. If you go on all these like different articles and different websites, he's like the third free agent center that people are like, he's the third best center available, and he's the fucking bum we're trying to get rid of. So it's like, no, thank you. Like people, like he's probably gonna get paid somewhere else, but we don't want him on the Bears. You have to get this guy.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna scroll down. We've got a couple more here I want to go over with you guys. This one from the Colts, Will Fries.
Number two.
So any concerns about his broken tibia though?
I mean, yes. But this is the life of an offensive lineman. Broken hands, broken ankles, broken foot, toes.
Finkies.
Yeah, all of that. The injury doesn't worry me all that much. So 2024 Pro Football Focus had him rated at an 86.9. That's the fourth best guard overall in all of football for 2024. That's something you could work with. That's something that, the Bears desperately need. Obviously, the injuries hurt. He started 31 games since 2021. So that's where it's like, is this another Tevin Jenkins situation? Or like, but that's where like you have to roll the dice. If you're not re-signing Tevin Jenkins for the same reason, maybe you bring in Will Fries and maybe he could turn his, his injury history around. But when he's on the field, he's awesome. So yeah, give me that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as it isn't like a back, something linemen have to deal
neck,
back,
something like that. Yeah.
Foot.
All right, so right below him, Hassan Reddick. Hassan, sorry. We need an edge guy, and he's good, but he will be expensive though. So
yeah,
you rather have Josh Sweat or Hassan Reddick?
Give me Josh Sweat. You get a couple years younger with Josh Sweat compared to Hassan Reddick. The other thing is like, I'd rather, if we are going to sign a couple offensive linemen in free agency, then you focus all your attention and draft edge rushers. Then you have the liberty of drafting with the 10th in the 10th position or in the second or third round. I'd rather have young, hungry edge rushers and sign offensive linemen, but I'm okay with the other way too. I mean, there's an argument to be made to just build through the draft with the offensive line and sign your edge rushers. But that's where the flexibility of the Bears and Ryan Poles is a benefit. If you really do draft 2 offensive linemen and 2 edge rushers, and then you patchwork and sign 1 in free agency and stuff like that, that gives you a lot of depth. So I don't think Hassan Reddick necessarily is the guy I would go for. But again, like if you think it fits Dennis Allen's system and Ryan Poles is okay with it, that's fine. I just rather not spend that money.
Okay.
How about that Justin Fields guy?
Should we bring him? We need a backup quarterback.
Quarterback, yeah.
Yeah.
No. I mean, we could Ben Johnson. He could use him as a running back.
All right. So these next 2 guys, 24-25. There's a lot of talk. Khalil Mack, even though he's 34 years old, A lot of links with the Bears coming back, bring them home, all that stuff. Might come a little cheaper, but they don't. What do you guys think? Are we Khalil Mack? Are you guys wanting him for cheap?
I don't think it's coming for cheap, Jay. Like if you look at his comp stats, especially from when he left the Bears, look. I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but look at like Von Miller's last contract that he got, like when he was past his 30s. It's still a shit ton of money. And at 34, what worries me more is that we've talked about this in the past. He's already talked about thinking about retiring, and like he wasn't really sure if he was going to get to this next contract. He did, and he's looking to play more. It just doesn't make sense for him to come to the Bears. Not only is it a retread, but like, wouldn't you want to go to a contender? You're 34, you've made your money. Like maybe do a discount and try to get a Super Bowl, or try to go to someone that like you could really make a difference, not really playing like all of the snaps. It just doesn't seem like it's a fit for the Bears now. If we're talking like, 3 years from now, when Ben Johnson is cooking and Caleb Williams is awesome and we only need one last player, obviously Khalil Mack's going to be older then, but like, it's just not, the timeline doesn't sync.
Yeah. We got next up here, and we'll go a couple more. We'll go up to like 30 here. Malcolm Kuntz, another edge rusher, but knee injury side, right? Another knee injury guy. So I don't know much about this Malcolm Kuntz guy. I haven't heard him much, linked to the Bears as a possible target. But if you guys had, I'd love to get your take on it. So,
nope. I don't know nothing about this dude.
All right. So yeah, I think that's you're going down the list here. So now these are more like second and third options here. You already got Tevin Jenkins at all
right, that's yeah.
So you kind of know you're
that's where
that's where it stopped.
So there's two guys that weren't on this list, Jay, that I think the Bears can target, and it would be secondary to like someone like a Will Fries or something like that. But like so Ronnie Staley from Baltimore, or Cam Robinson from Minnesota, which I don't know if he's going to hit the market.
He was just on there. I scrolled past.
Oh, you did?
Sorry.
All right. Yeah. So Cam Robinson of Minnesota, good, offensive lineman. He's going to get paid, but I don't think it's going to be that first tier of money. If you're able to get that along with, like your center, like Drew Dahlman, I'm in. But yeah, realistically, dude, I'd rather them build through the draft. It benefits. Look at what Detroit did. You build through the draft, you shore up your offensive defensive lines there, and then you start cherry picking, free agents and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, if you're able to sign that center instantly, yeah, sign me up. But I don't think like you're gonna get better. Bad teams try to fix their problems through free agency. Look at the Jacksonville Jaguars and teams like that.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather them not try to do that.
All right. Before we play a quick ad, we have a Q&A super chat from Gordo. Does Johnny get carded since he shaved his stash? Johnny, inquiring minds want to know.
No. I don't get carded. Okay, I do. I said
Oh man.
I think that's just like a normal thing. Like regardless, you're gonna get carded regardless or not if you're you look 21 or whatever. So
all right, let's play a quick ad from us.
ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com is the home for all Chicago sports bums merch. We have Bears, Hawks, socks, and bums merch available. Anything you need to get ready for a big game or a Chicago Sports Bums event. Remember, all profits go directly back into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates to keep the beer and food free for everyone. So head over to ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com and pick up a couple Toot Tree shirts today.
That music sounded like something from Cobra Kai.
That's exactly That's exactly. I clicked like YouTube has like the music that like free monetization or whatever, and there's like a little 80s tab, and I'm like, all right, let me see what's on the 80s list.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
so Joe, not to interrupt, but Joey
Yeah.
was just saying 3-1 Hawks. Del Mysterio, young defenseman. That guy is going to be a guy to watch.
So
Okay.
so they win when you're not at games.
Yeah, I could have
Well.
went tonight, but I had an obligation.
Yeah. We don't know if it would have been the same score if you went.
I mean, it's
It
true.
would have been 1-3.
I could leave now.
All right. So I did pour some more bottled and bond. I got the decanter here.
Nice.
Battle and Bond Day.
Backups written. Yeah. All right. So we've done AI segments before, and they've been pretty funny. So I decided we got to bring it back. And I don't know if you guys have seen on the Twitter, the X, whatever you want to call it now, they have their Grok. I always want to say it's Gronk, but
I say Gronk.
Yeah, I call it Gronk too. It just seems that. But they rolled out their new like version 3 of it, and I wanted to see, and I did a very simple command in the Gronk, and I just said create an image, and I put the profile name of a person. I didn't put any parameters. I wanted to see how smart this thing was to create an image. And you feel like it should be pretty smart because like you got people's profile pictures, their avatar, like people upload photos of themselves. It should be able to give a realistic, image of someone if you tag their handle.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Okay.
necessarily the case. There's a lot. There's a lot that needs to be said about this AI. So, I got 25 slides here, so bear with me, everyone.
You
got
let me
the
know when
bum.
there's a boring one. I'm gonna go pee.
We got the bums. We got other people from White Sox Twitter. And again, this was just a simple, no parameters, create an image of blank. So I started with baloney. I said, create an image of Peter Fonseca. And for some reason, he's Post Malone.
What the hell is that? I ain't got no tattoos whatsoever.
Is that Anthony Bourdain singing in the background?
It might be.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain, R.I.P.
So-
Who's the guy on the left?
So when you do the image, I sorry, I should have mentioned this as well. When you type in the prompt, it gives you 2 images. It automatically generates 2. So I was like, okay, I gotta include both of them here. But I saw this and I immediately was like, okay, Peter does not get to be Post Malone.
Why not?
That's because you don't.
Talented.
My
Talented
segment,
as hell,
my
creative.
segment, my rules.
I like this.
So
the guy on the left is post-work Malone.
so
All right, so did you make another one with me?
so I regenerated you, Peter.
Cheating.
I regenerated you, and this is what it got.
Oh shit. You know what? I don't hate
It made
any
you
of these.
Asian.
Yeah, who cares? I mean, that's not bad. I like the chain. I used to be a chain guy. My chain broke. I gotta get a new one before summer. But yeah, whiskey guy, hat guy, glasses guy, good tan. I dig
I'll
this. I don't mind this.
all
whatsoever.
behind Knob Creek bottles. So
Yeah, Knob Creek. Yeah, you know, Green Valley Wine and Spirits. They
Noob
still got
Creek.
Knob Creek. They got our Noob Creek store picks.
Yeah.
I love it. I ain't mad about it. I like the first one better, but I like this one too.
all right. Next up, we got Johnny.
I don't know.
Johnny, it likes to think you're in a gray sweatshirt a lot, and it got your beard.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I would have thought I would have had the mustache.
Yep. Nope. You are. This is you. At a sporting event. I'm assuming it's a basketball game, but this was Grok's Johnny.
Because I'm a Creighton fan.
Yeah.
I guess so. All right. Next up is me.
This looks like Tom Segura.
Look at the guy in the mullet behind you.
Dougie, you just saw Tom Segura. This is Tom Segura.
It is, yeah, pretty much.
I like how they gave me a margarita glass. But I did not like the balding aspect that they gave me in the second image there.
This is the most this has been the most accurate thing about this slideshow so far. Shout out Elon.
Yeah. White shirt gang.
Johnny is Bert Kreischer. You got if you combine the two, you're two bears, one cave or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Next up here, we got Dougie Fresh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, that's Gordo. That's Gordo with LASIK, dude.
It puts you in the safety vest at least.
Yeah, it did.
I think they probably the one on the left looks more like you than it does on the right. So that's I like that one. All right, here's where it starts getting a little weird now.
Oh now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, what were the first 4 slides?
Next up is Joey P. So they gave. I love how he has a water bottle of Malort.
I must say right now, Jay, whatever you're paying for the extra Twitter, $9.99, $14.99, this AI stinks.
It's terrible.
Elon, just like his Cybertrucks or whatever else he builds, it feels like it's swindling people.
Yeah, this was not a good
Joey
one.
Joey P's handsome.
Yeah, he is. All right, next up, it's the birthday girl. It's Aaron 630 Whiskey. Completely off the wall right there. But they put her in the Bulls.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. I mean, she does go to a lot of basketball games, not necessarily Bulls games, but another one. If we're grading these, this one's a C-, D+.
Yeah. It didn't give a good generation for Aaron the intern. So, but I did put her at a Bulls game. So,
cup holders? I don't see any cup holders.
Next up, and for the bums, we got Praz.
that one's spot on. Praz Master.
I love how the one hand on the right is just up there with.
Yeah, like where's that hand coming from? Like he's got a dick for a hand.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Or a hand for a dick. One of the two.
So after I did all the bums, I'm like, all right, let's branch it out a little bit. So I went next with the 108 guys, and we got Chirizi.
I was gonna say you should have not said who it was. I would have guessed this was MSS or Beef Loaf. So it's like this was like an amalgamation of all three. This is Chirizi?
This is Chirizi.
Man, Grok 3. This thing.
Yeah. And I'm trying to see what they have on the branding for the water bottle, but
I don't know.
That's all right. Since you want to guess, you got a 50-50 shot for the next one. Who's this?
Well, the guy on the right, that one looks more like Joey P than Joey P slide looked like Joey P. So the guy, that's got to be My Sock Summer.
That's correct. This is the AI My Sock Summer.
Damn,
it looks like Mayor Daley.
Oh yeah, it does look like Mayor Daley.
He also has
that's crazy.
Majort water bottle.
Everyone in Chicago is drinking Malort water.
Malort water. Wave to the future.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, again, I didn't want to constantly regenerate to try to get it. I'm like, let's get a one.
You know what, how many times you think that Jason regenerated himself to get a margarita in a respectable
at
that
least
was one time.
Bullshit.
That was one time. I
Bullshit.
swear to God. I swear to God that was one time.
I don't know.
I swear to God, that was one time. The only one of the bums I regenerated was Peter, because I'm like, you don't get to be Post Malone.
Oh, yeah. Creative.
You got Asian instead. And then I guess out of the last choice for the 108 guys, we got Beefalo.
What we got to figure out what Gronk is doing. I can't pronounce that thing. Or you know what we should do?
Shrug.
We got to have like AI wars. Just use all the different AIs and see which one's the best. Because right now, Elon's is the worst by far.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also got a water bottle of Malort.
Yeah. And the Sox Cola.
If we take anything out of this segment, is Malort's got to start selling their water bottles.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna let you see if you can guess this one next.
Holy shit! This could be all right. Is this Aloha, Mr. Hand?
Aloha, Mr. Hand.
This is Aloha, Mr. Hand.
Oh man, this is the best. I mean, no offense, Pete. This is the best. Aloha, Mr. Hand looks cool as fuck in these pictures. Oh, he's got the Barstool Sports flag on there, and he's got a cigar. This is a good picture. This should be Pete's next Christmas card. He sent the Christmas card to everybody. This one's the next one for Aloha.
Hey, the dude on the left looks like he's gonna go shag my Babe Ruth baseball that I hit over the fence.
He does.
Yeah, I like that golf course cigar drink. Yeah, that's a go. Oh, sorry, you get back. This is Missy. This is Missy Carroll.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
Oh, this is way off, man. It's like everything's all like, I look like a fucking high school coach, like, and Peter was
Post Malone.
The first one. Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? This is terrible.
I can't believe, Jason, no bullshit. And I want to keep going because this is funny, but no bullshit. Once you got to the bums and from the 108 guys, that's roughly what, 6 or 8, 9 slides.
Yeah.
You're going to say, I'm going to keep going for 20 more because this AI is so good.
It's so bad it's good.
Dude, the fanny pack hiked up to the boobs is like, what the fuck? Dude? Like, who wears a fanny pack up here, dude?
Yeah. Does she wear baseball caps backwards, Johnny? I don't know if
No, not really. It's usually like
a dad cap. I've seen her in dad
like
caps.
a dad cap.
She does look like a skater girl.
Yeah.
Okay, we got next.
This next one, I let you guys try to guess this one because this one, I'm not gonna lie, I regenerated this one so many times, and they all just came out so wrong with it.
Like who do Linsky?
This is Josh Nelson.
Get the I'm out. No, zero chance. You know what? I quit.
I could not get, like, they made Josh Nelson look so much more handsome in the AI, and I was like, no, I need a good one, and I just kept on.
That's a ricochet shot. You calling Josh Nelson ugly? He's having a glow up.
This is like daddy vibes right here, man. Like I kept on trying to get a good one, and no, they gave Josh the leather jacket, and
well, he's been wearing that leather jacket ever since he got back from Italy. He's been rocking that Fonzie jacket. I told him he looks good in it.
Yeah.
This is definitely midlife crisis, Josh Nelson right here.
Next up,
oh man,
I would have said Jer. I would have said Jer.
Yeah, wait, if I had to guess, it was either Jer, Fitzmagic, or Mailman Jack. But I mean, this AI is so whack; it could be any of us. That could be me.
That's Brian S. Magnificent Stan.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
Damn. I don't know how Spags nailed it.
Yeah.
And apparently he likes his hot dogs plain.
Man, that's crazy.
Uh,
All right. Next up. Not Phil Jackson.
it does look like Phil Jackson.
That's Mailman Jack.
That's too dressed up for Mailman Jack.
You know what? I was disappointed that it didn't.
Yeah, Mailman Jack dresses a lot better than that.
Like any type of like
Julie
USPS.
says Mailman Jack dresses cool.
Yeah, no, I was hoping that I was gonna get something better for Mailman Jack, but
That looks like my godfather.
he looks like Phil Jackson.
It does look like your padrino.
It's got a
All right. Next up is King Ass, Sam Reeves.
Yep. Exactly who I thought.
Oh my gosh.
Also,
He
apparently he drives with the photo of Ralph Fiennes on his dashboard.
I was gonna say it looks like he's in his mom's basement and he's got the class photo in front of him. This is how cool I used to be.
If you replace that screen with the ass flag, that's exactly King Ass.
He's got Steve Buscemi in the background too. It's in a poster.
Maybe he's a big fan of Reservoir Dogs.
Well, you know what? He did talk about driving into the city this weekend. So that's probably what they took. They're listening.
Big Conclave fan.
Yeah. Apparently. All right, next up, it's Lex Lopez, Alexis.
Okay.
See what the other thing is.
It's like we got a mimosa and then like a rosemary in like pineapple chunks
like
or
a
something.
ball of cheese.
Is she at a Wrigley Field for these games?
Yeah.
Oh, good question, Johnny.
And the shirt in the background says "Vote for Constable." The Celebrity 108 tournament started today. Somehow this is not on the up and up.
All right, next up, Tina.
Oh, that's Cena, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Needs more Malort, actually. More Malort waters.
But but she said obviously she's not drinking right now, but
that's a good one.
Yeah. So no Malort, but that is Malort's, White Sox Twitter's Malort lady, Tina. All right. This is where I kind of got a little pissed off here. So I'm gonna just be honest here for a second. I started going for some more like the big names in White Sox Twitter, some of the bigger names here, and I did Herb Lawrence, and
our guy Herb,
I put our guy Herb in the Gronk machine, and it whitewashed him, man. And I was like, what the fuck?
I'm looking more for the one on the left, handsome as always, Herb Lawrence. That's exactly that. Yeah, that one's nailed it. The one on the left.
Yeah, that one. There's definitely some discrimination that goes on in the AI, because I'll explain in a minute here after we're done here. So then I did another friend of the bums, Gas Money Bob.
Oh wow. Oh man. I would have maybe nixed that one.
Yeah.
It looks like he's drinking apple cider vinegar out of the bottle.
Yeah. They try to take the face from his avatar and make it but
yeah, it's a rough look.
But then Gas Money Bob, he was up against White Sox Dave today. So I'm like, White Sox Dave, he's, big guy in White Sox Twitter. So they gave White Sox Dave surrounded by puppies.
You had to have done these today.
I did most of them last week. and then I added some more
because Dave's been talking about the dog charity for
Yeah.
the 108 celebrity tournament. So that's where it's like I wonder if you did these 3 weeks ago, it's just like him pissed off about the White Sox or Northwestern or something else. But now, like of late, it's been obviously the dogs.
Yeah, I did like half of these last week, and then I added some more of like White Sox Twitter people today. I actually did a lot of generating of this stuff, and I just forgot to download them, and for some reason they disappeared. So thanks, Elon, for fucking automatically deleting the ones I already did, but whatever.
You know what probably would have been a great time for Barstool is when they were doing Bald Stool. Dude, those would those would have generated so good.
When he was in Turkey, yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, I was open to something. And then finally, I did everyone's favorite mascot, and oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I mean, it's not the worst one of the. This might be one of the better ones of the group. I don't mind. In Southpaw, we love Southpaw. I mean, the one on the.
But it made him like a green lion. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the one on the right is. Like he's got like a jaw deformity or something. But
yeah, looks like he took one of those Mancata trips to Gary, Indiana. Needs a penicillin shot.
Mailman Jackson's Nightmare Fuel. Southpaw.
I mean, if we're doing Nightmare Fuel, I think there's a couple of different ones that we could do. Southpaw is the tamest of a couple.
Yeah. So, I do want to say, so for some people who say like, "Oh, why am I on this slide?" Some of them did not come out good at all. Like they were just, I tried regenerating and like, I don't know, like be more funny looking, I guess. Right?
Be more funny. Yeah, like Post Malone.
Yeah. Because like some of them just like I regenerate, and they just none of them just random looking people. I will say though that like the AI, it whitewashes. Like with Herb Lawrence, I tried to do like with Jared, couldn't get anything.
That's been an AI problem from the beginning, because when we did our like the Bums AI segment that I did, I used a Microsoft one a while ago, but I would specifically I had to put like Mexican podcaster or Hispanic with beard, and it would still whitewash them. So especially, no surprise, the Elon one is whitewashing everything. So
it made you Asian, but whatever. But yeah, there was a few I couldn't do just because I was like, okay, like unless I get like really specific with the term, like the coding, it's not gonna. But I just want to keep it like broad, high level. Just what is the Gronk's AI think of your profile when it scans you for an image? So
they need some work to do. They need some work to do.
Well, when it did like the profile bios, it was awesome. It's great. So it's kind of really surprising that they did that terrible.
But it's always easier for like AI to just scan text and like just read basically, as opposed to generate like images or things like that. But yeah, those bios, the ones you had, Jason, those were really good.
Yeah.
And I know Beefloaf had his out there too, and it was like that's like a decent bio.
So, all right, fix your shit, guys. Not you guys, the engineers.
Elon.
All right, real quick before we start bumming some people, little episode saluting good night, bros. Not a Q&A, but we'll take it. So, thanks, Yump.
Ask us a question, Yump.
Yeah. All right, Peter, ready to bump some people?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
All bum. All right, let's get to our bums and MVBs. Also, Gordo, I did have you in the AI. It didn't have your beard. You were playing pinball for some reason, and it made you a lot more handsome than you actually are. So I had to take you out. I didn't. I was like, I can't give him a ego trip. But
sorry, Gordo.
Yeah,
too good looking.
MVB, the bums for hosting the tailgates. We appreciate them. Bum of the week, his health for not being able to attend the tailgates. We wish you all the best in your recovery. Hope everything's going well. Sorry to hear it. You got back.
We said I want to do like a road trip. I'm going to take a couple road trips. We're going to watch Sox games at Gordo's. I'm inviting myself. Anybody's invited. Gordo, sorry, I'm inviting people.
Next up, Jeff Bartlett, MVP, Kyle Davidson for shipping dead weight out of town. Absolutely.
And getting stuff in return.
Yeah.
Joey P, bum of the week, wildfire spirits for North and South Carolina. Yeah, that more heartbreak. Fucking shit sucks.
I just saw that. Like granted, I'm dumb and mostly read about wrestling and White Sox and Bears stuff. I didn't even know wildfires can go in North and South Carolina. That's shit. They just got hit with the hurricane last year. Now wildfires, it's bullshit.
And his MVP, the Florida Panthers. You just got fleeced. Yes, they did. King S, MVP, Conan O'Brien as host of the Oscars. Yep. Talk about that in a minute. Bum of the week, Jake Knapp shooting a 59 on Thursday, and then shitting down his leg at the Cognizant Classic. Thank you.
Fucking words.
I hate words.
Bum of the week words.
Yes. The birthday girl, Aaron, intern Aaron. Bum of the week, Peter, for saying I don't have enough hot dog experience to claim I'm eating the best hot dog ever.
She doesn't. A little context for the people watching. Aaron is in Miami right now. She sent the text to the group chat, the bums group chat, saying, I just had the best hot dog of my life, best hot dog I've ever seen. And it looked like great, right, Jason? It looked like a really good hot dog. Mm-hmm. But Aaron has been a vegetarian since we've known her. She just recently started eating meat. And I said the second best hot dog she ever had was the one Dougie threw at her face in Milwaukee for the tailgate. Like, I don't think she has a barometer of what a good hot dog and a bad hot dog is. And she went back at me like, I've been eating hot dogs. Yeah, for like 6 months. I've been eating hot dogs for 40 years. So I think I would know a thing or two about hot dogs. So if you're bumming of the week me, I'm bumming of the week you on your birthday.
I like it.
Animosity.
Yes. Yeah. It is her MVB, my mom, for birthing me today.
Thumbs up for
Happy
her.
birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to the intern. Finally, Mailman Jack, MVB, pepper and egg season starting in 2 days. They might be $10 this year, but I'm still all in. Dougie, you love a good pepper and egg sandwich too.
Oh, yeah, dude. But yes, Mailman Jack is right. I am not looking forward to what the prices are going to be on these bad boys this year.
$12 pepper and eggs.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Yeah.
Bum of the week, Adam Sandler. He may have showed up to the Oscars dressed like we all wished we could, but nah, dressed like you belong. Sorry, not sorry. I got a bum Mailman Jack for that. That bit was funny as hell.
That was a bit. Yeah, that was part of the bit. I enjoyed it. I imagine he, put on his tux after. I thought that was a good, segment or whatever. And then I had the joke out there because it really is the truth. Every dad or every person I know in my neighborhood looks exactly like this on Tuesday nights, pushing their trash bins to the curb of the street. Jason, I'm sure basketball shorts and a hoodie. That's how you push your trash. That Adam Sandler is one of us. One of us. One of us.
Also, the Timothy Chalamet. That gets me every time. All right, let's get to our bums and MVPs. I'm going to kick it off because a couple things I want to piggyback on. So I'm going to first start with my bum of the week, and that is with the Oscars yesterday. The Academy did not pick Demi Moore, and I was really hoping that she would finally win an Oscar, but she cleaned up in Golden Globes and Screen Actors Guild and Writers Guild and BAFTA, and she didn't win the Oscar. And granted, I only saw one movie that was nominated for the Oscars, it was Dune 2. So I didn't see any of the other shit that was nominated, but damn it, I wanted Demi Moore to win.
You wanted her to win because of your bets or because of work? Because she hasn't been in a good movie since G.I. Jane, and I don't even think that was a good movie. So why are we rooting for Demi Moore? For her career or for your record in the Oscar like race?
Little from column A and little from column B. Yeah. And then so let's go to my MVBs for number one. Continue with the Oscars. I thought the Oscars were great last night. Conan, I'm giving him a bum or a MVB to Conan O'Brien. He did a great job hosting it. King ass, put that in as his as well. But his whole monologue and his bits were fucking hysterical. Bringing the sandworm out multiple times was hysterical. And the joke of him halfway through saying, now we're halfway through the show, it's time for Kendrick Lamar to call Drake a pedophile. Dead. I fucking was crying so hard from that joke. I had to catch my breath, and I started getting like lightheaded because like that's how hard it was laughing from that joke. Just great all along for as first time Oscar host. I hope they bring him back.
So that was what's surprising to me. Obviously, Conan's had a hell of a career. He's, Tonight Show and then back and forth and everything else. He's done a bunch of different award shows. This was shocking that at 61 years old, it was his first Oscars. He could host for the next 5 years. He's that good. Like, I'm just shocked it took this long for him to get the call.
Yeah. Makes me even more pissed that what Jay Leno and NBC did to him, because he deserved.
Yeah. That's a whole different. That's a whole different rabbit hole of things.
Fucking Leno sandbagged them good.
Mm-hmm. So and then my second MVB is our friend John Schifrin. He gave us another shout out for the Whiskey at Comiskey tailgate on the show Friday. I didn't get we tried to find the clip. We all missed it. But he said he's apparently, from what we were told, that he's excited about the tailgate coming back. And Steve Stone said he would stop by. New White Sox analyst Brooke Fletcher is going to stop by. She said we had her at free food.
Yeah, so we got to put a little asterisk to that because Steve Stone said he would stop by if it's above 65 degrees, which I don't blame him. Early March or end of March, it might, the weather might vary, but I'm looking at the long-term weather projections. I've been doing that, one, because of work, but two, there's a lot of good news saying that like there's possible, like it's going to be a warm front to end the month. We might be in the 70s for opening day. So I'm knocking on wood. Everyone knock on wood, cross your fingers, cross your whatever you have to cross, that we get no rain. But the weather is supposed to be pretty decent long-term for March. So maybe we get a Stony. He said if it's above 65 degrees. But yeah, Brooke Fletcher said she's interested. So yeah, thank you to all the DHSN people.
Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, we're going to have a lot of good stuff for opening day. So can't wait to see everyone here. So, all right. Dougie, you're up next.
All right. I'm just for one last time, just for shits and giggles, Seth Jones. That one's for you, baby. One last go. Get out of my life. You are my bum of the week.
You should send that to them.
Yeah. You are my bum of the week. You tried making everything difficult, even on the way out. But we're still able to get rid of you. Good fucking bye. My second bum of the week goes to this mom truther from Fremont Street. I had Peter upload the photo for me. Notice the back of her hoodie. It says mom or mama.
Okay.
We're walking down Fremont Street, and she's mumbling underneath her breath the entire time. I can't believe they brought kids. Brought fucking kids. The fucking kid. Just effing and jaying. Every time I turn around, she doesn't say nothing to my face. Finally, last time she says it or whatever, I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, why would you bring kids to Vegas? And I looked at the front of her shirt, and the front of her shirt reads, I will do anything for my kids. She has a mama hoodie, and a shirt that says anything to do with a kid. Dude, I could ask Mary. I lost it. I was like, ma'am, where's your kids? My kids are on vacation with me. Where are your kids? With baby daddy?
Oh.
Boyfriend goes, sure the fuck are. End of story. You can see her dejected self after that. You know what? Here's my thing. Okay. A1, I'm going to take my kids wherever they want. Wherever I want. Okay. I don't care if they go to Vegas with me. My kids are my whole life. Like they're living my life. That's what they do. They come with me. They come with me to tailgates. They go, places that kids maybe don't. Don't judge me just because I brought my kids to Vegas. My kids had a fucking killer time. Speaking of which, I'm going to go on to my MVP. My MVP is the Las Vegas Golden Knights for a reason that probably shouldn't be. For them scoring all the goals that they did on the Blackhawks. Okay? Hunter Fresh, every single time they scored a goal, this kid went nuts. He went absolutely nuts. Their horns and sirens. This kid had no clue that the Blackhawks weren't scoring. He's so
you got to teach him. You got to teach him who to root for, Dougie. What are we doing here?
The thing was, like the first goal, I was like, oh no, it's not. But then after that, just seeing the joy on his face, I wouldn't change that for the world. I wouldn't change it for the world. It made that first period when they went down 5-1 actually bearable. Watching my kid happy, that's what I care about, man. Like at the end of the day, a sport's a sport. But when I can see my kid have joy on his face and fucking go crazy because he thinks that his team is winning, at least he's happy. That's all I care about in life, man. Making my fucking kids happy, living my life, doing the best I can for them. And that made my entire trip. Now, them coming back and him not realizing that, when they were booing that he shouldn't be booing, that kind of got to me a little bit. I was like, hey, Hunter, that's kind of our team now. Okay. So let's cheer.
So you turn him into a Golden Knights fan. So maybe I side with that lady. Why are you bringing your kids to Vegas?
why are you bringing your kids to Hawks games?
Right.
They're rooting for the other team.
Yeah, but dude, I'm just telling you, it was something that I can't even put into words. I can't even replace. It was an awesome moment. It was just raw. It was very cool.
Don't bring Hunter to Green Bay.
Oh, dude, fuck that, dude. But yeah, so those are my MVBs, my bums. So fuck you, lady.
All right, Johnny, you're up.
Oh yeah. First, I just wanted to shout out to Sarah. She had her baby on Friday. So Avery's big sister now, and so congrats to Sarah and Cody for having a baby boy. So actually I only have one bum, and I kind of noticed this while we were watching the Oscars. The Academy, the Twitter handle, X, whatever you want to call it. They put a picture with Selena Gomez and her fiance, but they put the wrong thing on there first. They said Selena Gomez and Bad Bunny. And obviously that's not Bad Bunny.
Could be.
They screwed up. Yeah, they screwed up. And 5 minutes later, they changed it to the actual Benny Blanco.
From the Bronx?
Benny Blanco from the Bronx. But yeah. So them kind of fucking up, it was like 2 minutes afterwards. So it was like they knew that they fucked up. I don't know how you would fuck up with that, because Bad Bunny does not look like him.
Not at all.
Not at all. But I gotta go and bomb the Academy Twitter handle for that, because what are you guys doing? Come on.
I'm gonna MVP Benny Blanco for punching above his weight class there.
I know that guy, good for him, I guess.
Yeah,
Johnny, you mentioned it earlier. I don't want to steal your joke, but you said he looked like a loofah.
The hair.
All right, Peter, take us home.
All right, 2 quick MVBs. Obviously, first, Erin. It's her birthday today. She's a big part of the Chicago Sports Bums, part of the Bums cartel, if you will. So enjoy your time in in Miami. She's enjoying a little bit of Florida for her birthday. But
She
maybe don't
request
text us hot dogs.
She also didn't request it off. I mean, like, I have to cancel the internship program here. Sorry, Peter.
No, yeah, no. No. So, yeah, happy birthday. Don't text us pictures of hot dogs. You don't know what you're talking about. My second MVP, it's coming up quick. It's coming up on Thursday. I imagine, no spoilers, knock on wood if you guys want, but I imagine we're going to be all in the 108 tournament again this year. This will be our third year running for most of us. The Beef Loaf, the chairman of the 108 tournament gave me a 1 seed this year. So I will be the 1 seed in the 108 tournament for the Summer of George region, and I'm excited about it. It's a little bit of time for us to flex our muscle and not flex our muscle, but our creativity is what I meant to say. It's fun to kind of do things that are not a little bit off the wall, or kind of do things that we've been thinking about for a while. So I'm excited about it. It's something I look forward to every year. So yeah, I'm ready to defend my 1 seed. I ain't trying to get upset early. So I'm excited about it, and I'm sure we all are too. So thanks to Beef Loaf, thanks to the 108 guys. We're ready to go. I'm pumped. And then my bum of the week, we're keeping it in the Oscars theme. Francis Ford Coppola, legendary director. Francis Ford Coppola, he accepted his Razzie Award for Megalopolis, which is by all accounts, a terrible movie. And he accepts it. And he says, I accept the Razzie Award in so many important categories for Megalopolis, and a distinctive honor for being nominated for Worst Director, Worst Screenplay, Worst Picture, at a time where few have the courage to go against prevailing trends in contemporary movie making. In this wreck of a world today, where art is given scores as if it were professional wrestling, I choose not to follow the gutless rules laid down by the industry, so terrified of risk, despite the enormous pool of young talent, and so on and so forth and so forth. This motherfucker's never watched wrestling in his life. He's taking a shot at professional wrestling, an art form which boat raced his movie this week with John Cena turning heel and everything else stealing headlines. Fuck you, old man. You're washed. You're lost. Obviously, you made great movies 40 years ago. You haven't done shit since. Your wine stink, and now you're taking a shot at professional wrestling, even though you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I'm bumming of the week, Francis Ford Coppola. And you know what? I'm going to piggyback off that and Martin Scorsese too, because that's something I've talked about in the past. Martin Scorsese does the same thing, where it's like, this is cinema. And he made that shitty Irishman movie, and he's washed too. And he took a shot at the Marvel movies, which boat race him in the box office. So it's like all these guys want to take little pot shots at things that the general public likes. Maybe open your eyes and realize that the general public ain't liking your movies anymore. So you're washed, brother. Bum of the week, Francis Ford Coppola.
He's coming out with another movie, right? Scorsese?
Yeah.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio or something?
No, yeah, they're going to keep running it back with DiCaprio and 80-year-old De Niro, and people are going to be like, oh, it was pretty good, but they haven't been good for 30 years.
Damn.
All right. So that is our show. Thanks everyone who liked, commented, subscribed, super chatted, all that good stuff. We'll be back Friday for a happy hour presented by Jack's Place, but might be taped because we got Hawks game. So we're going to figure it out. If we don't tape it, it'll be next week. But anyways, we'll be back soon.
It might be a Johnny and Peter solo show. We'll talk about our uncles for an hour.
Drunk uncles. All right. That's it. Remember, pre-sale for the hats until March 15th. RSVP for Whiskey at Comiskey. Appreciate everyone who does and did already. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night, Sam.
Bye. I don't have an outro. So wait, no, I do have an outro.
This is the outro.
Yeah.
Till we get to the outro.
Outro ain't playing. I'm clicking. All right. And the string.